Welcome to my very first reviewing while drawing the thing video. Also my very first video where I talk, so I will be very, awkward. This is a little idea I've been playing with and I've finally come around to do it. Of course, this review is very biased, but I will accept any differing opinions. Today I will draw Mob from the series Mob Psycho 100. And I will also be reviewing it, obviously. Mob Psycho 100 is an anime adaptation of the web manga of the same name by the mangaka One, which was released between April 2012 and December 2017. The anime is about the middle school student Shigeo Kageyama, called Mob by many, who possesses psychic powers. However, instead of trying to become a superhero with all these abilities, Shigeo tries everything to become something special in the eyes of his peers, even without his powers. The story is excellent. For the 2 seasons the anime has so far, it's written in such a compact and interesting way a summary can't represent it. The pace of the story is very fast, which keeps you gripped the whole time and doesn't let you go until the end. In the first episode, an excellent basis for further episodes is given, and there are no contradictions or, for this universe, illogical story elements. The basic concept of this anime could almost be described as cliché, as the concept a boy with supernatural powers saves the day is thus one of the oldest ideas that are in modern television. Let's compare this to Osamu Tezuka's Astro Boy, which is the oldest thing I can think of right now. However, the clichés that this story brings up are either distorted into absurdity or even turned completely upside down. This brings very humorous scenes that can throw the viewer off track, especially when things are about to get exciting. However, the humor is perfectly in balance with the really serious moments, such as the part with the malicious ghost Keiji Mogami. All of this makes the plot very interesting, especially because Mob is not a cliché shonen main character, which brings me to my next point. The characters are by far the best part of the series. Without them, Mob Psycho 100 would probably not be nearly as interesting as it is. All of the secondary characters, be the gag characters, the antagonists, or generally the secondary roles, are unique and memorable. Especially the protagonist, Mob, and the secondary protagonist, Reigen. Mob, or actually Shigeo, is one of the most interesting and multi-layered protagonists in the shonen genre. Unlike most typical protagonists who are often very extroverted, social, and present, Shigeo is very introverted. He doesn't handle social interactions very well, and is particularly inconspicuous, which has also earned him the nickname Mob. Initially, he is also unassertive, he's naive, and allows himself to be bossed around by others, especially by Reigen. During the plot, he develops so drastically that by the end of the 2nd season, he becomes an emotionally strong person that actually appreciates himself more. It's often a big mistake with introverted characters that as the plot progresses, they become more extroverted. But this is absolutely not true with Mob. He is still the same person, he's still introverted, but he's just more mature, which I really appreciated because I'm also introverted. And it's just not realistic. The same is true of Reigen. Initially a swindler who has built his personality around false self-confidence, he learns to be honest to himself and to others. Through the development of his pupil Mob, who he initially only wanted to exploit, but later really appreciates and sees as a friend. Reigen becomes a likable person in the span of the series, without his development seeming forced. In general, the animation and the adaptation from the manga to the anime is amazing. It's just good. not for nothing did this anime receive an Best Animation award at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards in 2020. The animation is very fluid, which is helped by the simple yet memorable style and the really funny and effective use of smear frames. I mean, look at those. Just take them in. The use of mixed media, of ghosts in some scenes, and the pencil-like texture in shadows is also very interesting and well done. The style of the animation is obviously much cleaner than the drawing style of One, which is rather silly and funny. Compared to the base medium, the scenes have been well adapted, and the rawness of the manga's image have been refined. In general, One has a very funny, strange drawing style that has been rendered well into the animation, especially in comedic scenes. The camera work of the individual scenes, as well as the varied perspective, make the visual experience interesting, especially since a lot of emphasis is placed on the cinematography. Show don't tell. This principle is so well implemented, especially during emotional moments. The characters can be read well through the body language and facial expressions, which are often very funny and drastic. There are never any unintentional contradictions that confuse the viewer. The dubbing, as well as the music, gives the whole then the final finishing touches. The voice actors have done a wonderful job as well. The performance is lively, and you can tell that the actors were really behind their work and have all been well chosen for their respective roles. I watched the Japanese version. I can't say anything about different languages. I neither watched like the English version or like the German version. If you didn't hear, I have a very thick German accent. Thank you. Anyway. At the Crunchyroll Anime Awards 2020, the series won the award for Best Opening as well, and was nominated for Best Opening and Best Ending in 2017. These awards and nominations were also well justified. As funny, interesting, and at times strange the openings and endings are in their animation, so are they in their music. They perfectly sum up the core of the series. The first opening, titled 99, is very interesting as the lyrics are very simple. They just count to 100. After that comes my personal favorite, 99.9, which is also a very fun and good song. The openings were written and composed for the series, what I personally like, because often a halfway fitting song of more popular J-pop band or singer is chosen as an opening, which isn't bad, but I just like it. I like the use of a specially written song. It gives the whole thing even more charm. The ending songs are less overwhelming because they're just like regular J-pop songs, which I said was like not that amazing. It's still good. I like the music, but it's flattering with good animation. Finally, without exception, everything about this anime is excellent. This story is captivating, emotional, and simple to understand, yet complex and surprisingly mature. It's very funny, but also exciting. The characters are interesting and complex, the animation is wonderful, and the music is also very catchy. All in all, Mob Psycho 100 is a fantastic series, and I would recommend everyone to watch it. It's something that I think everyone would like. Of course, it should be noted that the third season is on the way, which I'm really excited for because it's like one of my favorite shows. And yeah, I'm really excited. This concludes the end of my video, and I hope you liked it. If you have anything to say, put it in the comments. If not, don't. Like the video, dislike the video, I don't care. If you like the drawing, please be sure to comment that as well. I'm Leo. Goodbye.